Welcome back to another episode. Last time you saw us starting the Skylight, and this episode we are going to finish it along with this roof deck. So buckle up, here we go. Let me show you what the next steps are going to be for the Skylight. So as you may remember, these holes on the top, they're going to be drilled into the frame. And then the remaining holes that you see, those are going to be for rivets. And the rivets are going to be holding these folded up piece of metal to the corner pieces. I will be adding butyl tape here and here along the seams. But before I do that, I actually have to fold these up, pre-drill the holes for the rivets into these pieces, and then I can add the butyl tape, clamp it all together, and get them riveted. So I'm going to start by drilling into the frame and then trying to clamp up these metal pieces to get the other holes drilled and ready for riveting. I can't get the angle, I should probably go up there. Yep. Camera died, but I did get all the screws in, and now I've clamped up this wall because I'm going to be drilling through these holes into the folded up metal. That way I can rivet these all together. Ugh, butyl tape. James just got out of work. What do you think?
It looks awesome. Like, I'm actually like, hell yeah, dude.
Got pretty far.
We worked, yeah, we got really far. Like, we got all this butyl taped, and these are bolted and nice and tight. We were able to bend these up with the clamps. Get all our metal corners in.
Okay, I did Okay, you helped me with the first corner. The first corner.
I did barely one corner. This looks amazing. Well, I mean, it looks like our plan, like...
I think that our plan worked. This is quite an opening now.
But it's manageable from here. I feel like this is whatever, you know, like... If it, like, we're gonna need to seal up more before it's totally airtight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to seal it from the outside and the inside still.
But like, it looks like it's working, and this is manageable from this point. That, you know, we don't have to bend all this down.
Oh, babe, I don't even need you for the rest of this project. Like, I'll just see you on the next one.
I was hungry anyway.
No, come back. I love you. Come back. It's getting cold. Gonna do some cleanup and finish the rivets another day and continue on sealing this puppy up. Yeah. Okay. It's pretty heavy. Next up, going to get the rivets in all of the remaining holes. Got the rivet gun already connected to the compressor. Thank you, Andy, for helping me out with that, because I did not know what I was doing, because I've never used a compressor and an air rivet gun before, but we figured it out. I also have these rivets that I got from Copper State Bolt and Nut Company, and these are awesome because they actually have a range in terms of the thickness of the material that I can go through. I ordered these online. I'll link them below, and hopefully they should be pretty easy to use, but most importantly, they should really hold these metal pieces together on all the seams. So yeah, hopefully this won't take too long. Let's get into it. Done, going to seal everything up on the outside where the seams are and on the inside. And that should be the last step needed before we actually try to affix the skylight. And hopefully I'll get that done in the next couple of days. Hi, Andy.
Hello.
He's observing the process and progress from down below. Andy broke his leg a couple months ago, so hence why he has not been helping much on the project since then, but that's okay. I guess that deserves a free pass. I hope. After this is dried, going to clean up the roof a little bit and then come back up here with some more of the Tropicool and paint the silicone all around the edge of the skylight. And then after that, going to actually work on attaching this puppy and going on the inside and getting it all fastened in from there. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's it.
Unbelievable.
You'll see me painting in the next shot. So I lied. I'm not painting because the sealant needs 7 days to cure. So I'm gonna wait till next week to get that step done. But in the meantime, I made these little blocks, or triangle blocks, and these are gonna go on the inside of the skylight in the corners where there's still some openings to the outside. So as you can see, I already painted part of it with Drylock, and I also pre-drilled a hole. So next I'm gonna add butyl tape on the outside here and then drill this into place. And later it will be sealed up from the outside. They look like little pieces of cake. Okay, all four corners are in now. So now when I put this guy back on, we should not be able to see down into the bus at all. Fingers crossed. Okay. I can't see out the corners. Woo! I think it worked. Okay. Next up, I'm going to be installing this ring around the opening of the skylight. And I actually did this a while ago, so here is a recap of how I did it and why. Because the thickness of our deck boards is 5/8, if we were to rest the skylight directly on the deck framing, the dome of the skylight would hit the deck boards and prevent it from closing properly. So we have bought this 1/2-inch plywood, which I have already traced out the ring that I'm going to be cutting out. This is going to go directly on the deck framing, and then the skylight will rest directly on top of this. This, with the butyl tape, should raise the skylight enough so that it clears those deck boards and will be able to close properly. After I have this ring cut out, I'm going to paint it in dry lock and then use sealant and deck screws to attach it to the deck framing, and then we'll go from there. Butyl tape is already on. So now that the skylight is raised up, this is where the deck boards are gonna meet up. And then when we close this dome part, it'll actually be able to close all the way because it won't be hitting the deck board. So wait, let's take a step back. So we are fastening this down today, and we are doing this not as designed at all, because usually there's a bottom half of the skylight and they clamp together, but because we have these walls going up, they're not gonna clamp together because they're way too far apart. So that's why we are going to be using these little L brackets to secure them, to secure the top part of the skylight in instead. And then the bottom half of the skylight will come much later when we actually build out the interior, and we'll just mount that a different way as well. So these are the L brackets that we bought from Home Depot, and we just cut these down so that way they would fit in the space we're working in, like that. And drilled our own holes to fit the screws and the bolts that we're gonna be using. So, in case you're wondering how we did these, well, in case you're wondering how we made those.
Stainless steel.
These aren't stainless steel.
Galvanized.
Galvanized.
Galvanized cheese.
No.
String cheese.
Ew.
Not string cheese. Swiss cheese.
So we are going to cut the rest of these little L brackets and then add butyl tape to the actual skylight top and set it back in, and then screw everything into place, and then we'll be done-ish. Except for I have to still paint the exterior walls, but that's gonna pretty much wrap up this part of the skylight until later when we move inside.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Also, it's about to rain. It's gonna rain, so we're gonna try to do this before it rains. Like so. Because we're working in such a tight space, we have to just like hand crank this. And it's tedious, but hopefully it works. All right, we got one on. Definitely holding it on. And it's starting to rain. Finally did it. The skylight is actually done. The exterior part of it anyways. Check it out, check it out. What I didn't record was I actually did end up getting 8 brackets secured to the inside, which is plenty. It is fastened down and not going anywhere. And then these exterior walls, I did paint in Tropical along with the rest of the roof because it got so scuffed up in the process of building the skylight. So we have a fresh coat of paint on everything and it looks really seamless. There's no leaks. So yeah, so happy that the skylight is done because now we can turn our focus back onto the roof deck table, get that done, get our deck boards on, and this roof deck will be done. We are so close, yet so far away it feels. But I think we can get it done soon. Give us a couple weeks. Yeah, we'll get it done. So I brought the table back up here and set it in place because I needed to trace exactly where it's sitting. And the reason is because, as you can see, the table sits higher than this deck board, and we obviously want that to be flush. Plus, this is going to have about 1/8 of an inch of epoxy on top of the table, so that's going to create a difference between these two heights of about 1/4 of an inch. So I actually have to cut down on this part of these boards down 1/4 of an inch in order for the table and the deck boards to meet up perfectly. I'm going to use a multi-tool and a sander for this. There's probably better ways to accomplish what I'm doing, but this is all I can think of right now. So, wish me luck. I'm so nervous to do this. Please work, please work. Don't f it up, Kaila. La la la. La la la. Oh God, okay. I marked on the multi-tool where I need to stop. Oh, that made a beautiful humming sound. All right. Okay, well, it's definitely not perfect, but this is just an example of one little notch taken out, and then I'll sand this down so it's clean. And this is gonna take me a long time though. Don't worry, I'm not gonna put you through the grief of watching me do this for the next hour.
I wanna go somewhere far away. I wanna go where they don't know my name. Get out of town, 'cause I can't take no more.
All done.
In this old town, it's got nothing left for me. All I've got are these broken memories. This new road, I finally broke it free.
So the reason that I just cut these holes is because I got these latches, which are going to lock the table into place when it's set into the roof, and then we can just unlock it in order to get it up. Time has come. We're going to epoxy our table. Definitely nervous because well, it took forever for me to paint this, and we have never epoxied before, but it's gonna be fine. We're gonna follow the instructions. I've watched a ton of YouTube videos, and I got a lot of pointers from my friend Christine. Thank you, Christine. I'm sure this will turn out great because of your advice. And yeah, we are just gonna go for it. The garage is actually heated up right now with a ton of heaters all over the place because, of course, the temperature dropped outside and needs to be a certain temperature to get this done. So we're hoping it will hold enough heat in here for it to cure properly. And wish us luck. Okay, bye. If I did the math correctly, it should be 1 liter of part A and part B. Let's hope I'm right.
I started south up to Tennessee. New lights, new sounds, is everything I need. But this road's still calling me. I'm getting restless, waiting for my day to come. I've been talking about living for way too long. The only thing left to do is pack up a bag and run.
Just received the deck screws we need. So now Mom and I are going to start laying down the deck boards today. Woo! I end up messing up this cut, and because we only have so many long boards to work with, we end up coming up with a new design layout for the roof deck.